I am Vibhu. For those of you who don't know me, and some of you who are joining in, or perhaps already practiced with me in the past. So hey. So if you're joining in tonight, I just want to let you know that you don't really need much with you. Okay, that's good. That's good to know. Thank you so much. So you don't really need much with you. If you have a mat, that's brilliant. If you don't, that's fine too. I mean, you can practice on the floor or on a carpet. That's perfectly okay. Got more people coming in. That's awesome. So give you a proper introduction once everyone's in. We'll begin at 9 o'clock. So 2 more minutes to go. Please make yourself comfortable. Get a glass of water with you if you want to, or a cushion or a pillow, a blanket, just to support you in your practice. Or we will do a little bit of relaxation at the end, or perhaps pranayama. And just make yourself really nice, cozy, comfortable. Perhaps dim the lights, put on some nice music, some candles. Just to make this experience really nice and relaxing for you before you settle down, settle into your beds. Leave me a message or emoji or anything. Just leave me a message if you're not able to hear me properly. But if you are, that's brilliant. If there are any issues, with the videos or anything from my side, then do let me know. Okay, it's 9 o'clock, so we will begin the class. And thank you everyone who's joined in already, people who are coming in still. I will introduce myself. I am Vibhu from Yoga with Vibhu, and I welcome you today for a slow flow yoga class that's a part of the Positive Birth Company's Unwind series. I am super excited for the class today, and I hope you're too. So we are here every weekday at 9 p.m. Some of you may already know this. And there'll be a different class every day of the weekday. And the aim is to help you relax and unwind at the end of the day before you hit the beds. So if you have any friends or families that you're living with and you might want to invite someone into the class today, feel free to do so. Like, if you don't really need a mat, if you have one, that's brilliant. If not, you can do this practice on a floor or on a carpet. That's perfectly fine. Again, just, maybe this is the time you grab a cushion or a pillow and just to make yourself a little bit more comfy. I've got a cushion there, which I'm going to sit on to begin practice. So have that ready with yourself. And just to give you a little bit more insight about where I teach and what I teach. Like I said, you can find me on Instagram at Yoga with Vibhu. That's my Instagram handle. And I teach pregnancy yoga, postnatal yoga, and restorative yoga and Vinyasa yoga. And I'm originally from India, born and brought up there. So I was exposed to yoga, from a very early age. And yoga has been a part of my life since. So, but however, my practice has changed a great deal from childhood in a good way, that I've come across so many experienced teachers and have an opportunity to learn from such wonderful teachers from across the world. So that's been really brilliant. I am a keen learner. That's about me. And I love to share my knowledge with people like you and share the benefits of yoga with as many of you as possible. So Online classes like these are a great opportunity to do that. And I'm currently teaching online via Zoom as well. So I teach classes online, group classes, and also private sessions. So yeah, come join me sometime. The class today is going to be a slow flow class. And I like to create my classes around different themes. And the theme of the class today is going to be breath and mindfulness. So we learn to breathe deeply and nourish our bodies with these beautiful, gorgeous breaths being given to us. And also mindfully move from one posture to another. So just make sure that without really worrying about what the posture is going to look like, which might be different for me and you, let's lie and enjoy the class and enjoy practice and flow and really embody the breath as we move along in the practice. And just move the gorgeous bodies around, and that's all you need at the end of the day. We'll be going really slow and gentle. That will help you go into a very, very good night's sleep, I promise. So let's begin the class. So we bring ourselves into a seated position. So we'll start with sitting onto our cushions. So if you have nice music behind in the background, that's really great. It will help you set into the mood. Bring yourselves onto a cushion, or you can sit onto a mat as well. If you're propping yourself on a cushion, that's fine, because so you can sit a little bit more upright. And just rest the hands wherever they rest, perhaps onto the knees, the thighs, the belly, the heart center, wherever they rest. Eyes for a moment. And the moment you close the eyes, that means you're closing a sense of yours. The moment you detach yourself from the sense, you notice that your breath has started to lengthen a bit. And perhaps you're noticing the lengthening of the breath. A nice, deep, nourishing breath. And if you don't find it lengthening, perhaps taking a conscious deep breath into the nose. And keeping a gentle smile on the face. Today I will start with a little attention, the 5 images that you can see at this point. Perhaps there's 5 thoughts that are coming into your mind at this point. And with those eyes, I want you to observe those 5 thoughts as if you're watching a movie. So you're sitting back on your sofa watching a movie. And those thoughts are your movie, and they go by one as they pass by in front of your eyes with eyes closed. And you let each and every thought go away. And then when you're content with the movie, you've had it. And as you let go of those thoughts, you bring yourself back into the breath. And perhaps you notice you're able to breathe better and more deeply. So take one more deeper breath in through the nostril. And a gentle sigh out to the mouth. Feeling more grounded from the sit bones as you find yourself growing taller from the ground, the head sitting a little bit more upright. Beautiful smile on the face. Let's do it one more time. Nice, nourishing deep breath. And exhale through the mouth. Big sigh out. And to begin the practice, we rest one hand onto the heart center and one onto the belly. And this time, as you take that deep breath in, you observe how the belly expands like a balloon, pushing the hands away. And the breath travels into the ribs fan out to the sides, and it goes into the chest. This chest rises. And you exhale. Everything sinks back down as the belly goes in and away from the hand. One more nice deep breath in. And gentle sigh out. Perhaps this time breathing out through the nostrils. One last deep breath. Nice, nourishing deep breath in, filling the sides of the body, the belly, the sides of the body expand to the side, and the chest traveling into your shoulders. And exhale. Beautiful. If you're practicing with other people in your house, then you gently open your eyes, and you can either bring your hands onto your ears and start to just pull your ears, rub your ears, or perhaps you can do it to your partner. If you are with family or friends, it's really, really nice. It's really nice to just massage your own ears and massage other people's ears. We don't usually think about ears in a yoga class, but it's really, really nice. It helps, you know, to just improve our immune system if you don't, you know, just clear up the lymph nodes, basically. Just gently massaging them and cycling the ears around. So, yeah, as if you're saying sorry to someone, you're giving a punishment, you just like cycling the ears around. Perhaps the other way around. Beautiful. And then from here, we'll go on to massage your shoulders, or perhaps your partner's shoulders. And this can be really nice, a nice way to connect at the end of the day. So just massaging your shoulders, getting into any areas of tension and tightness that you may be holding for the day, for the long week, or I know today was a bank holiday, so you might have already had your rest, but still, anything that's still lurking around. And this. And then from here, we bring our hands onto the shoulders, and we just cycle the elbows around. So you bring one elbow to forward and then back. Then you can either keep gazing onto the computer at me, or perhaps keep the gaze onto the elbows and moving from one elbow to the other elbow. Just following the gaze with the movement and also following the breath with the movement. And going pretty slow and mindfully as you circle and cycle those elbows. You breathe out through the mouth. If that helps you calm down a little bit more, perhaps through the nose, and see what feels right for you. We'll do a couple more here. Really nice. And perhaps you're feeling the breath or feeling the air under your armpit, so that can feel really nice. And then release. Beautiful. And then from here, we bring the right hand onto the right side of the mat. As you send the left arm up, down to the sit bones here. Nice big stretch from the hip all the way to the fingertips. And as you exhale, you look down towards the earth, gaze at the earth, and inhale one more deep breath in as you look up towards the sky, finding the connection between the earth and the sky, and just offering your gratitude to the nature you live in. And finding the connection, you notice that in between the earth and the sky, you're the nature. And then push away from the mat as you drop down onto the other side. Bring the left hand onto the left side of the mat. Send the right arm up and over. Nice big stretch on the right side of the body. And then exhale down. Inhale, looking up towards the sky. Breathing in. Inhale one last time. Looking up, shining your heart up towards the sky, gathering all the love, and then exhale, give all the love back to the earth. Inhale, bring yourself back to center. And this time, just dropping the right ear onto the right shoulder. And then just we're taking circles with the neck. Just dropping the neck back and then left ear to the left shoulder. And you can look down if you don't feel dizzy, that's fine. This practice is suitable for everyone. For all pregnant ladies, whether you're postnatal, pregnant, or anyone new to yoga, this practice is really, really gentle and nice. And can be enjoyed by each and every one. And then doing the other way around, perhaps one more circle the other direction. And then release. Beautiful. We'll bring ourselves onto all fours. So slide that to the right, and then coming onto all fours, you tuck the toes and sit back onto your heels. Knees towards each other. Bring the arms to the front, bend the elbows, and interlace the fingers. And from here, just giving some love to your wrists. So bring the forearms together. Just rotate the wrists in whichever direction that may feel like, clockwise, anti-clockwise. Just a freestyle movement in your own time, feeling your own rhythm. So if you are a mom or pregnant women, usually tend to have a lot of pain in the wrists. So this can be a really good one to do if you're sitting on the desk all day long working. And then from here, you lift the arms onto the sides. Nice circle, as big as the full moon. Deep breath in, looking at the fingertips. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart center. Slowly sinking it. We'll do a mini variation of moon salutation. We come forward, come onto all fours. Keep toes tucked in. Make sure your wrists are directly on the shoulders, knees onto the hips. And if you have pain in the wrist, then come onto your fist. Take a deep breath in as you gaze up towards the ceiling, allowing the belly to drop down, finding your cat position. We're doing cat and cows. Exhale, tap the chin to the chest. Really press away from the mat, around the spine, and look at the neck. One deep breath in, looking up. Really gentle and slow, feeling each and every breath, moving into the body part, and using the breath to just nourish and massage that body part of yours. One more deep breath in. Looking up. Exhale, press away from the mat. Gazing at the knee. Tuck the chin into the chest, bring the big toes together, knees nice and wide, and go sit back onto your heels. A variation of child's pose. You can just sway this from side to side, allow them to settle back into the hips. And then move the hands so they're resting onto the edges of the mat. And we take a deep breath in, and then slide the body forward, keeping it parallel to the mat. And then as you exhale, you round the spine, tuck the tail, and then go back into your chest. So let's do one more round. Deep breath in, keeping the body parallel to the mat, swooping the cat. That's what we call it. And exhale, really round the spine as you tuck the chin into the chest and go back to sit onto the hips. You can again slowly start to move from right to left here. And just feel the breath traveling into the hips, allowing the hips to open up a little bit, and then bring yourself back into all fours. Excellent. We bring the right foot out, so it's perpendicular to the long edge of the mat. Send the left leg back. As you're resting onto the right hand, lift that left hand up towards the sky. Breathe into the heart. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Bring the hand down through the gap behind the right. Rounding the spine, look down to the earth. Inhale one more time, looking up to the skies. Exhale. You can close the eyes to just go a little bit deeper, like we did in the beginning of the practice. It can help you really enjoy the practice and certainly does today. Bring the hands up and then slowly bring yourself back into all fours. Bring the right foot out, so you come into a low lunge position. And then lift yourself gently with control. Resting the right forearm onto the right thigh. We make nourishing circles with the left hand as big as you can. So we are really, everyone observed the full moon yesterday. So we are, paying our respects to the full moon and making big circles with the hands. Nice big moon. And then one in the opposite direction. Slowly come down. And when you're ready, you bring the hands down, shift the hips back towards the heels, and flex the right foot. So coming into a hamstring stretch. You can shift the right leg forward if you want a little bit more deeper stretch here. And now lift the hips up further away from the heels. Continue to take deep breath in and out. And just settle into the pose and can feel really young, a little bit of pain, because this is a really nice good stretch. Take deep breath in, keeping the gaze onto the big toes. And allowing the breath to travel thoracic spine, the lower back. And exhale. Shift the weight forward as you come back into a low lunge. Bring the hands onto the side, slide the right leg back. We do the same thing on the other side. So we pivot the left foot out, so it's perpendicular to the long edge of the mat. Lift the weight onto the left hand, send the right leg back, toe pointing down, right arm up towards the sky, gazing at the fingers. Big, beautiful smiles, nice nourishing breath, and as you exhale, you round the spine, look over to the other side. Inhale, press away from the mat, looking up. Exhale, rounding the spine. Inhale one more time. Looking up, and then exhale, bring yourself back onto all fours. Bringing the left foot out, so it's outside the left hand. Coming into a low lunge position. Do one circle in one direction, one in the other. Nice big circle, keeping the gaze onto the fingertips. And this can be really therapeutic when you keep the gaze onto the fingertips. You bring your monkey mind back into the practice as you're focusing on something, and also extremely good for your eyes as we are browsing all day long these days. When you're ready, in your own time, send the hip back, keeping the gaze onto the big toe. Nice, beautiful hamstring stretch on the other side. Taking it in hand. Yeah, side to side. Perhaps you can go a little bit deeper if you want a little bit more stretching behind. Deep breath in. Exhale. And then slowly shift the weight forward as you bring yourself into a low lunge. Hands onto the inside of the leg and then shift the leg back, coming into all fours. Beautiful. From here, we slowly start to walk the hands back towards the heels. You can either rest into child's pose, or you can lift the knees off away from the mat. Keeping the hands onto the mat, lift yourself halfway up. And allow the head to hang heavy here, just rocking from side to side. You can grab the opposite elbows and just sway from side to side and observe how the weight shifts from one foot to another foot and how your feet feel against the earth today. Perhaps at this point, allow the head to hang heavy here. Nice natural movement. And then from here, interlace the fingers and rest them behind the head. As you push the head into the hands, you slowly unravel the spine, bending the knees, slowly come up all the way up. Opening through the elbows here, resting the head onto the hands as if you're resting onto a deep breath in. And exhale, round the spine and go back down. So you're not pushing the hand into the head as you go down. You're just gently resting it here and perhaps again sway the hips from side to side. Shift the weight from right to left leg. Observing how the floor feels beneath your feet. How the mat feels beneath your feet. How the gravity is doing all the work and holding you here, supporting you, bending the knees and slowly unravel as you go up again. Coming up to standing. Resting the head onto the hands. And then going back down. Nice, beautiful smile in the face. Resting the hands onto the mat. You walk the hands forward. Keep right towards the sky, coming into a downward facing dog. You can shift the weight from side to side. Again, sway the hips. If you want to pedal the feet here, perhaps, release any tension. Anything that's left over from the day, from the week or weeks before, you just let go of that and gently, drop the heels down, lifting the tailbone up. And then slowly dropping both knees down at the same time. Excellent. Crossing the legs behind, we bring yourself back to seated. Okay, so now we bring the big toes together. And again, we're going to go into the massage mode. So, as you're sitting in Baddha Konasana here, I want you to really look at your feet, the gorgeous feet you've got. Just say the 3 words of gratitude, something that you're grateful for today, for the last 6 weeks, or for, for last week. Anything that comes into your mind before you go to bed, it's nice to just, say what you're grateful for as you massage your feet. So you really go into the arches of the feet, the toes, the big toes, the heels, ankles. Really just get into those areas of tension, and we often go neglect our feet. We don't care about them that much, but they do really carry us around all day long. And then especially if you're running, walking these days, then yeah, perhaps you can do it to each other if you are a family or friends. It's really nice to touch each other's feet and give each other send each other some love. Just get into those areas again, like just look at your feet. Just bring your mind back into the breath and into your body. And that's the whole point of this practice. Excellent. Bring the knees together. Use the hands here. And as you rest one ankle, any ankle of your choice, onto the opposite thigh, you bring the hands behind the lower back and just gently rock from side to side, just stretching the glutes here. Make you feel really, really nice and nourishing. If you want to straighten the leg, you know, that's bent, perhaps right or left, you want to straighten out, feel free to do so. Just gently rocking from side to side. And for a deeper stretch, and bring it closer to your hip. And you just take deep breaths in and out. Let's do it on the other side. Bring the left foot down, or the opposite one. So used to saying right and left. Trying to get rid of that. And then just rocking from side to side. You can rotate the ankles here if you want to. You can continue to do these things if you, you know, if you feel like, or we can go ahead with the practice. Just gently rocking side to side. And then when you're ready, you can prepare yourself to lie down for a short relaxation, and then yeah, we end the class. So if you are pregnant, then you can lie down onto the left-hand side. Make sure you have enough props with you, cushions, blankets, something to make you cozy. You've done an amazing, amazing practice. So just bring yourselves to lie down onto the mat, or wherever you are. Make yourself as comfy as possible. Any last-minute tweaks, adjustments that you may want to make at this point, feel free to do so. And then just, you know, let go of the shoulders, the jaw, you know, the lips, the nose. Really sink into the mat and get a feeling of sinking into the mat. And as I come into the practice of relaxation, it's going to be a short and tight, a tighter time. Feel free to stay here for the entire night if you're reading your pajamas, and if you want, you can just come up with me as I end the practice. So, welcoming you all into the practice of relaxation, and I want you to just take a deep breath in and open it out, and just get a sense of sinking into the earth. Feeling the earth beneath you, beneath your head, perhaps beneath your shoulders, and where the knees are, where the legs are. Just getting a sense of heaviness as you find yourself letting go into it. If there are still any areas of tension or anything that you're holding on that you want to let go of, then perhaps take one more nourishing breath in them. And with that exhale, last exhale, just let it all out. Find yourself a little bit more grounded. As you close the eyes, you notice how you're sinking into the air. And I will guide you and take you through all the different body parts. And then I want you to send your love to the body part. Rest that, send the wishes to the body part. Ask it to rest, relax, and be still. So starting with all 10 toes. The top of the feet, the soles of the feet, the heel, the ankle, both legs. The shins, the calves, the knees, the back of the groin, waist, sides of the body, the abdomen, the lower abdomen, the upper abdomen, the chest. And the shoulders, the neck, the chin, the jaw, cheek, the nose, nostrils, side of the nose. Eyes, eyebrows, eyelids, forehead, third eye, crown of the head, back of the neck, shoulders, upper back, middle back, lower back. Arms, the biceps, triceps, elbows, eyes of the elbows. Forearms, wrists, top of the hand, the palms and all 10 fingers. And the entire body. Now it's just rest, release, and relax. I now invite you to feel how it feels when you rested and relaxed and let go of all tensions or worries or anything that you were holding on to. As you let go of that, you get a sense of weightlessness. A sense of lightness within your heart and how light you feel at this point, perhaps light as a feather. So light that you're just hovering over yourself, over the mat. With that sense of weightlessness, I also now invite you to wake up. So if you want to stay here, you can stay here. If you are ready to wake up with me, then I gently invite you to wake up for this short relaxation. Yourself up. If you would just use your top hand to push yourself away and sit down in a comfortable position of your choice, if you're sitting on, or if you were on. As we sit nice and tall, we bring the hands into a prayer position, rub the palms here, creating a little bit of warmth. And then before that, before we end, we'll practice a quick pranayama. So you move the hands from the front of the face to the back of the head. And then close the ears. And take a deep breath in. And we say hum on an exhale. Resting and just resonating with the vibrations. Beautiful sonic massage there. Palms and just rest the hands onto the light to come back into your body and send that warmth of the hands into the heart center. Bow down with gratitude. Gratitude for yourself for coming to the practice. Gratitude for the beautiful mat and the space to have you practicing in the house we live in. Gratitude for anyone who's in support of the practice. Gratitude to nature. Gratitude to teacher. Namaste. Thank you so much, everyone, for a lovely, lovely practice tonight. And if you really enjoyed the practice, then feel free to please like it, leave a comment, or subscribe onto the YouTube channel, Positive Birth Company. There is new videos that come up, so please do that. And I will be back in 2 weeks' time. But until that, you can find me on Instagram at Yoga with Vibhu. So if you have any questions, it's better that you leave the questions with me there, and then I will be able to. I'll try my best. I will answer you basically. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining me tonight. And it was a really, really good class. I really enjoyed teaching you all. So I'm just thinking if I've missed anything, but no. Thank you so much. Have a lovely, lovely, lovely good night and a good week ahead. Namaste.